In the world Fen was born into, a place that appeared on no map did not exist. This was not metaphor, it was law. It was physics. The cartographers had known it for 300 years, and the oldest of their guild texts said it plainly. To draw is to make real. To erase is to unmake. The map is not a record of the world, the map is the world. Fen was the last of them. The others had died or retired or simply put down their pens and refused to continue. She understood why. She continued anyway. Until the morning she found the city. It was deep in the unmapped territory east of the Karo Mountains, a region that by definition should have contained nothing. She'd written for 4 days into blankness, that particular gray flatness that existed at the edge of the known, where the light felt thin and the wind came from no direction. And then the city was simply there. Stone towers, market squares, smoke rising from 10,000 chimneys, children running in the streets. It was vast and old and entirely alive. She dismounted at the gate, asked a woman selling bread what city this was. Serrath, the woman said, as though surprised she didn't know. She pulled out her master atlas. No Serrath, no city of any name in these coordinates. She checked twice. She walked its streets for 2 days, stayed in an inn, ate and drank and spoke to its people. They had history, centuries of it, festivals, grievances, a poet whose name everyone knew. They had simply never been drawn. She left, rode home, sat for 3 days with a blank sheet of vellum and her finest pen. She had to draw it. If she didn't, and something happened to her, an accident, an illness, Serrath would have no one. If the knowledge of it died with her, it would still exist, but unknown, unmapped, cut off from every road that ran through the charted world. It would survive, perhaps, but its people would be invisible. She drew it. The pen moved. The moment the last line was complete, she felt something shift, a faint sound like a book being opened, and she knew Serrath was now real in the way that only mapped things were real. Connected, visible, vulnerable. She stared at the map for a long time. Then she picked up her eraser. She didn't use it, not that night. She told herself she was being careful, rational. She needed to think about what rights she had over a city that had existed without her for hundreds of years. She needed to think about what drawing it meant, whether roads would now find it, whether the Empire's tax collectors would follow, whether the freedom of the unmapped world was worth more than the safety of the known. She went to bed. She did not sleep. In the morning she returned to the desk. The map was still there. Serrath, rendered in her clean black ink, precise and permanent. She picked up the eraser. She set it down. She picked it up again. The histories say she made her choice. They do not say which one. What they record is that the city of Serrath appeared in the imperial surveys the following year, thriving, walled, proud, and that a cartographer was found dead in her workshop with an unfinished letter on her desk. The letter read, "I gave them the world. I hope they deserved it. I hope I did." The rest was erased. So I want you to sit with this. If you had the power to make something real, truly, permanently real, simply by naming it, would you use it? And who would get to decide which things deserve to exist? Tell me in the comments. This one is keeping me up tonight. Good night.